Good evening and welcome. This is video number 325, and in this video I am going to show how to check unit roots with breakpoints using Eviews software. So let me show you at a glance the graph of real GNP and the graph of employment, and both the series have upward trend. So seemingly it means that these series are non-stationary. They have unit root at level, and this is unit root test results for the ADF unit root test, and at level both the series, that is real GNP and employment, they are non-stationary. They have unit root, but at the first difference level both the series become stationary. Sometime when there is structural breaks in the time series, then these conventional unit root tests show that the series have unit root, but in fact there is no unit root in the data. So we use some unit root test for the breakpoints. And okay, I'll describe this later on. Let me first go to my data in Eviews. Here is my data, and this sample is from 1890 to 1970. So this is monthly data. So we have 81 observation. This is quite let me show as a group these two to you. Let me open as a group. So these are the two series. This is the employment series and this is the real GNP. There are some missing observations here. Anyway, I'm going to show the yes. So let me open. Okay, let me set the sample here, and SMPL 1909 till 1970. Okay, the sample has been set. Now I will say show log real GNP, and this is my GNP series. Now I can check the breakpoint unit root test. Here is my test. So after clicking view and breakpoint unit root test, this window will appear. So I will leave this here as level, and I will also leave this innovation outlier, but here in the basic I would click on trend and intercept, and here I can have some other options, and I will click on the F statistics, and here I will click on the intercept break minimum T, and after that I will press OK, and here are my results. Here are my results. So you previously saw that the log of real GNP had a unit root at the level, but now since there is breakpoint in the data, there was a Great Depression in 1929. So there is structural break in the time series, and when I checked unit root test with breakpoint on log of real GNP, so according to these results, we failed to reject this null hypothesis based on p-value of 0.01, which is less than 0.5. So we reject this null hypothesis. We do not fail to reject, but we in fact reject this null hypothesis, and we conclude that log of real GNP doesn't have a unit root, or we conclude that it is stationary. This test also show us the Dickey-Fuller T statistic and the intercept break T statistic. This red one is the Dickey-Fuller T statistic, and this blue one is the this intercept. This is Dickey-Fuller T statistic, and this red one is the intercept break statistic. And here this is Dickey-Fuller autoregressive coefficients. So this means that some data may be non-stationary at the level, but if there is structural break, then by checking unit root with breakpoints, we may show that the data may be stationary at level. So this is evident from this data of log real GNP. Now I would like to show log employment. This is total employment, and here is the data. This data is from 1980 till this is 1970. So this is annual data for so many years. Now I will check breakpoint unit root test, and again I will click on trend and intercept, and in the breaking there will be intercept, and in the breakpoint selection by default there is decay fuller minimum test minimum T, and here this is intercept break minimum T. So I will also change this from Schwarz criterion to F statistics, and I will click this, and here is my results. Now the null hypothesis is that the log of employment has unit root, and initially when I checked at level, the log of employment had unit root, but now I am checking unit root with break test on log of employment, and its p-value is less than 0.01. So it means that we reject this null hypothesis, and we conclude that the log of employment doesn't have a unit root, and it is stationary rather than non-stationary. You can also check the decay fuller T statistic, this blue line, and this red one is the intercept break T statistic, and in the following graph we can see decay fuller autoregressive coefficients. Now in both the diagram it is evident that in 1929 there is a breakpoint. Similarly here in 1929 there is a breakpoint. So now I would like to explain this in my slides here. So let me maximize this. This is the graphs of real GNP and employment at a glance. These are the unit root test results, and as I showed that both real GNP and employment, they are non-stationary at level, and they become stationary at the first difference. And then I took the unit root test with break points on log of real GNP, which rejects our null hypothesis, and we conclude that this series of log of real GNP is stationary at level, and this is the decay fuller T statistic in intercept break T statistic, and these are the decay fuller autoregressive coefficients. These are the decay fuller T statistic and intercept T statistic for the log of employment, and this is the decay fuller autoregressive coefficient for the log of employment. I hope this is quite informative and useful for you. So if you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. Kindly do share this video with your colleagues, with your friends, so that they can also get benefit by watching this video. Thank you very much.